Pacho, obi a question BBM, na and go for phone lines since I mean his meeting from Obi a question be Obi a question BBM. Your brokers as oh BBM with me, I can me afraid put them on hold.
Okay, yeah, because somebody tested and said they were coming on through. So, and you know, I think that it is very, very important. And at the end of the day, you know, being when it comes to buying a home, and it's there's also that kind of fear about I'm going to lose my home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of the things that I always tell people. So look, becoming homeless for by renting is higher than you be a homeowner. As a professional individual, I'm not going to sit here tell anybody say, oh, you can stop paying your home for X amount of month and you can see continue to own your home. But I can tell you, say, it's not easy for you to lose your home as
Hello,
1 million.
Hello Radio. Is that Lambert Bimana? Oh, on. Okay. Okay. Yo. Yeah, I put some people on hold. Okay, Brock also.
Right. And you know, that's what I'm saying. And we just have to educate our community and our people a lot. Since in this platform, all of us are, you know, we are from diaspora. Typically, we speak in Tree, so it's safe to say to everybody tuning this evening program is a Ghanaian. And so it is very important that we're trying to, you know, trying to dispute, you know, this kind of myth. Hearsay, and there's a lot of things that goes on that over years ago, people started talking, oh, I'm on for no move your mulusi, ye geomufio, but the question is that all these individuals who are talking about this, the question is, were they a homeowners to begin with? Wamutobi. And Wamutobia, what happened then? Right? And so it is very important that when we are hearing things and we are making Musa, an episode to an amobia, not just a theater, be episode be talk to expert or be on do your research. Unfortunately, sorry to say that there might be people who are crying, ebi or no rent, and you cry and to an amon say obey homeowner. Na nyamiada roma wabra bokra sano. They have a problem. And they would throw in the zinc. Hey, Jack, if you turn there, enough for moon, minimobi okotobi, and want to me and to oh, well, do you know my financial situation? And so we just want to encourage one another that home ownership is beautiful. People who own, they're proud of having your own place of to call it home, and not just that. You know, the comfort of the family oriented, the peace of mind that you have. And yes, I will rent you before or channel be raho, and I be way, and I be way. Those kind of things. It's very, very, very important. And most important in our future. Unfortunately, the reason why you see say the Caucasians at their golden age, which is in their old age, you know, they live a better life, is that apart from other investment, home ownership is their primary thing. I mean, some of you can bear with me. Obo hon mo college, Caucasians or college no. Nana wofu anase ne nana aman sikana wo school no akoto town home no dey rent it. Into onu onyan onu ne part-time no and yaboa no ato ne first home. Efe na yenso no in most of the time what I hear is me warrior. And we want to dispute those kind of myths that you don't have to get married before you buy your first home. So we are individual na we school, we are juma, and now anyway you have the money, you are single, or bar or bema. No, don't wait to say me worry answer. That means you are putting your life and your future on hold on somebody you are going to get married. Because we are single not to fear well. You worry who or bar na bema no nibia enter me fear mu. See I worry so now say me fear ni so what do we do? I can rent my home. And and that home become another investment for you. So Those are some of the things that I think is we have to get rid of it. And then anytime when it comes to some of this inside, we can take that kind of bold decision and then go on and acquire our homes. And one thing also I want to say is that we have to begin to accept humble beginning, right? When it comes to home buying, it's not one-time event. You don't think so, me pay 5 bedrooms, but I cannot afford 5 bedroom. And make me a 3-bedroom home and into the mentor, because owning something is better than owning nothing. That is what I always tell people. Owning something is better than owning nothing. And so let's embrace it that way. You can buy the small home, build equity, you sell it in the future, and in turn, you can put the money and roll into much bigger home.
Yo, said the Okano, Kakram, a tier for say, Upesa joining, say, Yayama. Please, ubet me the question up to chat box. You be ready, na and Sama. And to bet me the chat box. Why? I'm say, Yafu Kakrawa Hanum. Monfa and Che. Say, Pacho, question. Do you have any question? Say,
Pacho, no question.
Pacho, Udina, or my question?
Me Cynthia. Mr. Alex de obeso oni me pa. Me so be who Cynthia Claudia. Hi. Okay, me pese on throw a little bit light on obi on mwana on ne partner. Ebia no any credit. Obi on so ana ne partner no credit but na bad. So how can the two help each other? I think some people know, others too don't know. If he can share that, how they can help each other build like good credit to help towards buying a home. No, that's it.
Thank you, Muniaba. That's a very good question. It's something that is very, very important that all of us, we come to the same page, which is some of the mistake that people do by building the credit. Now the credit in 800. Oh no, oh, my credit is 800. Do you know that of your spouse? I'll find out from them, right? And so, unfortunate in mortgages now, it's not like a car loan or a credit card, whereby I said the higher always the superior. Unfortunate, mortgage company, they want to rip you off, just to put it plain. It's back on 800, now back on 700. And guess what? The terms of the loan is going to be based on the 700. And so, going back to say the question is, how do we help each other? We have to make sure, say, at the end of the day, both of you communicate. So, person to fear, communicate to each other. Honey, or credit score is saying, wait is saying. And then whoever is there is building his or her credit very good now. You teach the other person how to do it. But on the other hand, one of the easiest way, I think, is that there are other factors that sometimes the couples cannot help each other. They need somebody who has insight. Like if clients come to me and I interview them and one is lower, I ask them, please, are you okay? You want to open up to me? And some of the things now I can suggest to them and then we can turn things around. But if say be a collection and I charge off or other things are nasty about one of the easiest way is an authorized user. Authorized user, one of the couples or credit card, $500,000, $500, whatever. One, so credit card, then you late that. Two, over you soon, say $1,000, where you swear be $200. This credit card now, the other spouse now, or lower credit score, you can tag him or her on it as an authorized user. Into the notice as authorized user, and I said, "Sa card, one, he has to make sure say card now your spouse or say family member crowd or to that card should have at least 1 year longevity. And your card work 3 months now no, that would do more harm than good. And at least credit card any 1 year or more. Now what acting as authorized user. We want to avoid say we as a account owner. Because account owner, you best actually nipa na credit in and yes, I run bium. Into kakra na honest wasati. Nti me pache yenti ani ye. Authorized user, ye social ni name, date of birth. Na ye de nato so. Ti ye de nato so a the following month, and I said depend on when the credit card company be report here. Se card nenya 5 years. Se nya 10 years your report ya sa 10 years history no. Boom. Na akọ nipa na ade nato so no hono mo. Nti that is one of the easiest way I think say we can help your partner or a family member turn their credit score quickly. And one of the things I also suggest is say Obia no try so best sign up with a credit app, either through Credit Karma. Now some of the credit companies in a free Capital One, all the major banks, so your online banking, those your online banking, we are hurting ourselves. We be a bunch of credit score or click is what we history, every I think 7 days or so be a normal update, Until then, you'll be able to see your credit scores. You'll be able to click on it. You see the individual credit account, and at the same time, no, ebi hana refi phone company be a no moja edwuma or last bill $100. Ebi a utuye anase ba kura we ni apaso. Uban some do collection. The last time I remember the last risk I did for one of my clients, one collection, it took this individual 100 points away. 100 points. I'm telling you. Because our me didn't come on and say, oh, my credit scores, I think, is in the upper 7s. And or apply, I buy 680. She was shocked. And I'm saying, who collection was say, I'm not sure. And I'm a fair loan officer. Also, yeah, there's one collection here. Guess what? $238. And I school her. Otuya ya de come collection, ya de come credit bureau na ya risk 100 points.
Wow.
And those are some of the little things I think say in addition to the authorized user now, also you go home. Say account to be your man on your and say your credit. And that is just some of the ways I think so we can help our partners or family members raise their score. They are more into it detailedly. If one need more, we can. If there's more time, we can talk about it, or I can be rich after the program or someday.
Yeah. Yo, Sister Joyce, thanks for joining in. Sister Joyce, thanks for joining in. Dave, what's up?
Nothing much, man. Mr. Alex, man, this guy, he. Thank you for the resource person, man. Mr. Alex, you are good. I do real estate appraiser. I don't have my license yet, but I do. I'm a trainee. I do like houses. We appraise houses. Realtors in Bibre no one pay us because at times no value, the umbe the car it doesn't come out that way. But now fresh in Accra. But thank you. I think the name now it's good. It's good. I like the fact that this is really educational. A lot of people don't know. Almost me rushing into it, and at the end of the day, no more property. But my question best me through Mr. Alex say. I don't know, say if you ever had this client before, right? Obi about how I say, oh, okay, maybe I say once a while, right? But back at home, I have about if there's a property here that is worth about 700, right? I can afford it cash. So have you ever had a client like that? And then if not, Kwampona, do you have any idea, say, if somebody wants to buy like a property here, right? And the person doesn't have like all the necessary documentations, can the person go ahead and buy the property? If it's not for investment, I know it's investment, and I know, I see people do real estate investment, but this is not for investment. Like maybe somebody back at home, I'll say, once a while, if I have the cash, when I come to you, all right, will you be able to help me to secure a property? Thank you.
Yo, bro, before the final,
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dave, for the good question.
Thank you.
Like I may be some question, but me say Nipano or Baha Coste be just a visit and as or documentation the Tiha and as saying.
The person could be say or maybe multiple maybe 5 years. But 5 years
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yo, bro, any
Yes, thank you for that question. That's a beautiful question I get all the time. So the answer is yes. Before even I explain, we have a lot of yes. We have a lot of yes. It's the answer is yes. Yes, the answer is 100% yes. Before even I go down to the breakdown, we have recent days. One of the problems that US is having, and most of this advanced country they are having, is foreign buyers, especially in COVID years. That there's a way that even the government want to find out to try to prevent those things, but this is a free market. You can say something, right? Why am I saying this? Because some of these foreign buyers, they have even make problem worse for we, the nationals or the citizens of this land. Especially now that I'm saying that rent workers, now when you look at statistics, some of these apartment company investors, they've also moved into single family townhome, investment now, because they realize that the face of America is changing. So people like to also rent a townhome, a single family home. Sometimes they prefer it over an apartment. And to some of these Wall Street major, cash people, what are they doing? One more number run and a community by community. One more to fear no more renting. And the answer is yes, you can buy it. But I also have even lenders, me myself, I have lenders they help people with this foreign idea. Most of the lender now I deal with they are going to require 30%. Those who have the cash now, praise the Lord, they are blessed. It's easy. They just have to talk about means, how to bring the money to US, and then it's easy. Then you buy it. But almost so ABR, who needs getting in other better so finance be yes. I have a full document. Anyone who is interested, I'll be able to share with them. And no, most lenders now almost 30% at all. The remaining one, because I said sometimes they cannot source a Juma whether Ghana or wherever now, they do what is called a bank statement only. And in this case, nobody make a for 3 months bank statement. Say every month be no cash flow eba. Yes, it can be done, King David. But most importantly, one don't have to have the whole cash, but they can they can bring 20%, 30%, 40%, and with good transaction in their bank account now, we'll be able to get them a home.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yo, actually, your question be my opinion question be kakra me pesa me kafa previously they now come about mortgage share you see your friends say Caucasians and whilst they are in school no cry no their grandparents they are momo skebi omo their tall house e bi kra na omo start bibi say when it comes to world building in this country you who say house and our mortgage it take majority part of it. See a say free COVID this year no millionaires are increasing in this country all because of the way houses are cost. I'm a month for millionaires, I'm a month for another month for network cost. Make us millionaires per se. Increase amount for network, cost. Network and the infant network or network and the a cow dinner any scow winner, be a would be and the free ma the can network. In the emphasis or dying, that's a dine a year, be a 700,000. Now me turn 200. Now say now no, your friend said me turn 500. That's a nice 700,000. Nah, that means me even cry me 100,000 a year. That means me was 300,000 a year equity. Into me be kakra me for one another investment now kabuma amount network cost. Into home dear mortgage dear immune kwasia. Minia ha when the kasa or catch me will be a back capadia or case a male advice yourself a caddy by a dine caddy in any city because if just say where they are also never be tito. You know, the only thing I'm mortgage cool and hammy be breeze say mortgage. There's nothing wrong with it. So and I said you're kind of go on. Now sometimes mortgage they maybe I'm feel say high I drink a crown say yeah as if I see a toy forever home right away. You know, there's nothing like forever home. It's say be crana you're ready see between to town home because no you pay big house or because if you're not down for the big house it's also pay big house right away. There's no law I what country say you can't move up in mortgage. But you move up all the time. It's the whole at this time. No. The entire makers and say to say we can't mortgage should be a dying and like a face in name said die with the bed 350, 300 no. Those houses now bear 500. It's next be wum kakra. It's in a open single family near this is single family near no depending on the area area where you kakra 700 credit. It's maybe you might not be able to afford it. Now the interest rate become one. Maybe I won't me, but you are still insisting said that house now open. I think say I will see a starting a maybe because and when here say head then and no and one happen now quite turn with crown start free town home. I'll be me afford it and your cost not town home no crack cost kakra. You can always sell it. Who can you sell in pool? Ubi Okrana, Yamia Dum, ye bray bookie, would do near to 2 years. Never to you don't even have to sell that one. But you rented that one, Okrana, what could next one now percent or tons, maybe an animal to 2 years. It's a deep prayer, power say, you know, the be a pet forever home, and I see a pet big house right away. And a boy nipa now could in a chance what top big house, and what down for now, and I say, when you be also a big house, no walk up top big house now, which into so quick. Yeah. The third house, the second house, it's in Kudina Chisa, chow the own hobeso, one who we are, and I say, as near me, to me, a movie up. There's always a, and at the same time, so what could be nice or what to not any to me downsize in the bay. Whom Alex, your brother Alexa, Obama guidelines are with me as the me as I am now. Because if you are then a bro, so we all who she out him saying, who papa, men training me, Lucifino, you know. Yeah, you can always downsize, and there's nothing wrong with that too. You know, a case minute in your back kasa near car about say, you know, see me met downsize na dinner, my neighbor Becca, dinner, my now for Becca. And I'm saying, I won't dream you'll be Becca home, you know. Oh, yeah. True, pass on what to say, and I'm saying, because you have to be hungry. What did they mention? So, what to pass on, you know. I would say, what him say, we can never near them now. Yeah, downside, there's nothing wrong with it. Near what to 2 years, but you move up beam. Then say, but now why you do a bet now, your baby lose a dino. So, if you say no, yeah, any idea, you try to bit me away. Anyway, Obi, a question beam. A question be anyhow. Hey, I'm for me. If you say, yeah, bro, how you be man, pa, mo for me, man. Yo, and interest rate, you know, the baka me who suffer interest rate, you say, when you go to the history of this country, when you go all the way back history, we share history part to say, averagely, this is the right interest rate. Maybe a way now human can interest rate pass and as need now. Because I think in the 80s, early 90s, no, it was even 12 and 14 near there.
That is true.
And we share pana, some kai pana, we share saying commentators near, I don't know when they're talking about interest rate, yeah, present interest rate near huna. We share the way I know Musika and almost as 0 interest rate. Why is it 2%, 3%, almost 0? Because we share the interest rate in the past, no, not your friend saying 2 digits near there, 12, 14, and look how people were buying homes. You know, I quite remember I was listening to this guy say, was it the first time I was 12 I go 14? No? I'm for someone to feed him. That year, no cry, I'm for to feed chain. They were 12. No. Yet the interest rate you won't mean time and I will control. Focus on the house, Nankasa. Anytime a buff from Biano, bet me a refinance it. The brother over crack one because I'm not based on the interest rates in the pa, you know, because people will blow now. 12, no, yes, people will 12% and 10% near then. Yeah, nipa bebree hu saa de no bia na ehu akosi aye 5 7 ne ade nti se no kɔ 1 2 ne 3 ne ade nti se de kyesa se asa kra obi kakra fa ho ana.
Yes, I know that work no, but one of the things are interest rate, and American. There are so many products, right? Depending on who is your agent, right? Because normally, when you read what you read in the news now, it's just an average. Because I know for sure, say even last year, when in October, rate even hit 8% now. None of my clients, they got themselves 8% interest rate. Never. The highest I saw was 7.5%. The highest. Because some of us, we have multiple lenders, right? We have multiple lenders that people can shop from. Because if you have multiple lenders and so forth, and especially in our community, since a lot of people don't own home, and most people who are coming out is they are first-time buyers. Who is considered first-time buyer? So what if you 3 years are lapia, you are first-time buyer. Into their programs are it first-time buyers are, their programs are a more special rate. Like there's one through Virginia Housing. It was one of the brighter programs that a lot of my clients took advantage last year. And it's kind of Baneko, right? So what happened is that almost a lot of money. It comes through county by county. Until let's say, if the program says, oh, your rate is 6.5. So if there's money, by virtue of you being a first-time buyer now, and I say in the past years, it's not a dollar amount automatically. No, if your income falls within that bracket, they give you 5.5. Instead of 6.5, it drops to 5.5, right? And
just so because of the income, and that's a credit score. No,
it's a program. It's through Virginia Housing, right? So it's through Virginia Housing, but Scano, Virginia Housing give you grant. Those grant is year round. The money is always there. It doesn't run out. It's based on your income. Whether January to December, you get the money. But in addition to that as well, the county and the city you are in now, there are some non-profit organizations, people who donate money. And this money, the idea is to promote home ownership through first-time buyers, right? Because who told you 100,000, 150 now they cut off for the and you be your favor. But the opposite of top for now, yes, if there's a fancy, those people know they are able to get a reduction in rate. And there are so many programs, USDA, any other USDA is a loaner. That particular product, one are crafty the target here is to serve the undeveloped areas, right? Because they don't want all of us to be crowded in this Northern Virginia. Now, even Fredericksburg is part of Northern Virginia.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, when we talk about the area AM and I say average income for Fairfax, whatever, the same income applied to, Spotsylvania County, because they realize that most of the high earners also have moved to those areas, right? And so USDA is a programmer. They give special interest rates, special peg, and people can move to outskirts. Outskirts. And you would say, no, special programmer. The terms are very good. You can do 100%. Still, decent interest rate. Is credit score neutral. Like, you only need the qualifying score. That's it. And then whatever the rate the government set now, you get it. And there are so many programs that are there. Those first-time buyers and people who are moderate income, they also have special rate for them. And grant as well. Some of these grants, they have zero effect on your credit, on your interest rate. I know, sir. Oh, yes, they have, because you try to say, okay, the only person that can get this grant for 10,000, and says an income ESCD 123. And so far as your income is within 123, you get this grant. No question.
It's free.
It's
grant,
free.
They say it's free.
It's free.
I was in your program. Be say you
It's
because
free.
never be blue. How many bit you are boy? I mean, to be a thought that any other.